Like most things, breathing is simple yet complicated. On the surface, it looks fairly straightforward, right? You wouldn't think so if you knew what was going on behind the scenes. Our objective is to understand the process of breathing. In humans, the main organs of the respiratory system are present in the thoracic cavity. In the thorax region, the rib cage and a dome-shaped muscle known as the diaphragm are observed. Present within the rib cage are the pleural membranes, which enclose the lungs. The right lung is divided into three lobes: the right superior, right middle, and the right inferior lobe. The left lung is smaller and has only two lobes: the left superior and the left inferior lobe. Both the lungs are associated externally with small tubular bronchi, which unite and extend into the trachea. The trachea has incomplete C-shaped rings of cartilage, which prevent the tracheal wall from collapsing. The trachea leads into the pharynx, which is connected to the nostrils. As we breathe in air, oxygen molecules enter the nostrils and travel downwards through the pharynx and trachea to finally reach the bronchi. From each bronchus, oxygen travels into the lungs. Within the lungs, the bronchus divides repeatedly to form bronchioles. Oxygen travels through these bronchioles and reaches the alveoli, each of which is surrounded by a network of capillaries. A view of an alveolar sac shows the presence of numerous alveolar chambers with pores. Blood-containing red blood cells, or RBCs, is seen flowing through the capillaries. The oxygen molecules from the alveolus diffuse into the capillary and then get absorbed by the RBCs. This causes oxygenation of the RBCs, and a transition in their color to red is observed. The blood moving into the alveolus contains RBCs and carbon dioxide molecules. These molecules are released into the alveolus. The carbon dioxide collects in the alveolar chamber. Then, from the alveolus, it travels through the bronchioles into the bronchus, which finally reaches the trachea and is breathed out through the nostrils. So the process of breathing in oxygen-rich air is called inhalation. After the contraction of the muscular diaphragm, the lungs expand and air rushes in, resulting in the inflation of the alveoli. During exhalation, the diaphragm moves up and the lungs contract. Thus, the alveoli deflate, causing the air to be forced out. This exhaled air is rich in carbon dioxide. The process of inhalation and exhalation is known as breathing, which happens approximately 20 times per minute. To summarize, in the thorax region, the rib cage and the diaphragm are observed, and they play a vital role in breathing. Present within the rib cage are the pleural membranes that enclose the lungs. The right lung consists of 3 lobes, while the left lung has only 2 lobes. Both the lungs are associated externally with the bronchi that unite and extend into the trachea. As we breathe in, the oxygen molecules enter the nostrils and travel downwards through the pharynx and trachea to finally reach the bronchi. From each bronchus, oxygen travels into the lungs. Within the lungs, the bronchus divides repeatedly to form bronchioles. Oxygen travels through these bronchioles and reaches the alveoli, each of which is surrounded by a network of capillaries. As blood flows through the capillaries, the oxygen molecules from the alveolus diffuse into the capillary. This causes oxygenation of the RBCs. The carbon dioxide molecules are released into the alveolus. They are collected in the alveolar chamber, and then from the alveolus it travels through the bronchioles into the bronchus, which finally reaches the trachea and is breathed out through the nostrils. You know elephants? Well, they have a unique respiratory system that lets them snorkel with ease. They don't even have to wear the weird oxygen masks. We are no elephants, but humans' respiratory systems are impressive.